So I'm going to show you how our pineapples are getting on. The ones that we multiplied by dividing into quarters, and the one that we made about 2 years back by a pineapple top. I'm going to show you how they're getting on and what you want to be doing for winter care. It's winter now here in Cordoba, and if you've managed to have success making your pineapples, then you're going to need to listen to this video basically, unless you're living in the tropics and it's nice and cushy and warm all throughout the year. But if you're like me and it's getting cold, well, there's some care tips that you want to keep in mind so that your plants don't rot away and fail on you. Let me show you how they're getting on. So this is one of the pineapples that we made from a pineapple top a few years back. If you remember, we made 2 and it's doing really well. The problem is in winter they don't grow. They stop growing when it's colder than 20 degrees. So we lose a lot of growth in winter. But if you notice, keeping it quite dry, not giving it too much water, because in winter pineapples can be prone to rotting. I'm talking about cold, damp weather. They can rot away, and that's what's happened to one of his pineapples. I'll show you the one we've lost now, but he fell on by a dragon fruit when we had that really bad storm. I've got a lot of my plants in here sheltering away. Well, that's what's left of him, look. There's nothing there, it was quite upsetting. Just a stump. Yeah, he's completely rotted out, and when we had that big storm, a dragon fruit fell over. Show you in the video now, when basically toppled him over, and I think due to the cold weather, maybe it got a bit broken underneath, got rotted out from the centre, got a fungus attack. So we lost one, which is a shame, because I'm guessing these are about a year away from maybe making a pineapple. I'm not sure. We lose a lot of time in winter of growth, kind of sets you back, and then when it does start warming up, I noticed from last year, it takes them a little while to start getting going and growing again. I've got my plants, like my pineapples, sheltering in here, keeps the frost off them, but it's still, even in there, when it's cold, it's about 3 degrees, which is way too cold for a pineapple, but they're still alive. What I do then in the morning, I just bring them outside, and well, this is one of the little divisions we made from multiplying our pineapple. So I'm going to put him out in the sun, bring him in on the night time just to give him some protection. Obviously I've not got him in the sun right now because, well, it's just blowing out the image, you'll not see nothing. We need to repot the other boy outside, this one, but you can see they just stop growing in winter. It's really important that you keep them dry. I mean, obviously you've got to keep them a little moist, as you can see. They like water, but they want well-drained soil, so plenty of sandy loam in there, or sand, so that so it's well draining. But in winter, keep them a little bit more on the dry side. We're gonna pot this one up. That's him there. I see ya. I see what you're doing, son. That blooming neighbour's cat keeps coming into my terrace and pooping on my plants, digging the soil out. Really winding me up. So I've just got some potting soil here. It's got some silica sand in the mix and some clay balls just to help with the drainage. I've got it in a terracotta pot as well. I might put the other one in a terracotta pot. I noticed the pots do help with your media dries out a little bit quicker, which sometimes you don't want, especially in summer when it's that hot. But with certain plants like pineapples and say dragon fruit and stuff, it does have some benefit to it, because it's helping keeping that media from being too wet and too damp. Let's get him in there. Push him down. Looking forward to seeing how these perform this year, this summer. They're looking really really happy with them. They're looking pretty good. To say that they're just in the shed, they're not getting much light in the shed. I have to remember, sometimes I forget, and there can be days just in the shed and they're only getting a bit of light from that window in the evening. But it's nice to bring them out so they can get some sunshine. And but then I have to remember to bring them in on the night, because it was cold last night. We were about 4 degrees outside, and yeah, pineapples don't want to be in temperatures they're too cold. So that's our pineapple potted up, dead quick, no fuss. I'll give it a very light watering, trying to not get the water in the centre. In summer, I'm not worried about getting the water in the leaves, but in winter, I want to try and keep the centre dry just to minimise any potential fungus damage. They're already suffering because it's too cold for them, and then they're dealing with damp. Remember that cold, damp weather getting in the joints, rot can set in quite easy. We're keeping it a little bit on the dry side, keeping it warm, ready for summer. So keep them out of the rain. So that's it. One thing you want to be keeping in mind, and if you have that available, is if you've got a nice warm spot to overwinter your pineapples, a sunny window, maybe if you've got a big enough house, you could put them in the house. If you're trying to keep them above at least 13, 14 degrees, they're going to be faring a lot better, especially when the spring comes. They'll be quicker to start growing. I noticed last year my pineapple survived the winter, but it took it quite a while for it to like get back active again. So if you've got a conservatory or something like that, keep it as warm as possible and they're going to do a lot better. I'd love to see your plants if you manage to have any success multiplying some pineapples. Post some pictures and tag me in Twitter, or X as they're calling it these days, or make sure to join our Discord server. You can post photos on there, any questions, and join in with the community. Guys, it's been really fun catching up with you guys. Let me know what you think about this handheld video style. I'm trying to think of ways that I can minimize the process of making videos and pop out videos quicker without all the tarting and farting about I like to do in editing. So let's see how it goes. I'd like to get more content out there for you guys and connect with you more. It's been fun. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification, because many people, when I do put a video out, it don't pop up in their newsfeed anyway. So make sure you're hitting that bell notification. Guys, it's been fun and I look forward to catching up with you again soon.